Man, man, I came across this video recently. It's called "I've been doing OnlyFans," and I just found out I'm pregnant. And so this is from Dave Ramsey Show. If you're not familiar with Dave Ramsey, they're Christian financial advisors, and people can call in and ask them anything anonymously. So man, let's dig into this, and then I'm gonna dig into some verses. All right, and then we gonna get out of here. This is Man, this is a beast.
I'm just in a little bit of a knot with OnlyFans.
Oh,
So yeah, I've been doing it for about 3 years now, and as of recently, I've fallen pregnant. And
Bro, I've fallen pregnant. I'm not making fun of her intelligence. It's just like what a phrase. I've fallen pregnant, as if this magically happened. And look at Rachel's face right there. Oh gosh. Oh man. Oh good gracious. Lord help her. All right, let's keep watching.
would like to, become a stay-at-home mom from that.
okay. So there's multiple pieces
And she wants to be a stay-at-home mom. Let's keep on. Let's keep on.
here. You've been doing this for 3 years, and you want out only now because you're trying to start a family.
No, I have been wanting an out for a while now, but as of recently, I found out I'm pregnant, so it's like
This just gave
might
you
as
the
well start
kickstart
taking
to
that
go.
path.
All right.
Motivation. Okay, Daisy, how old are you?
I'm 21.
You're 21. Okay, and
Okay. She's 21. Um, do you remember how long she said she's been doing OnlyFans? She said she's been doing it for 3 years. Guys, bro, what? Oh my gosh, what is this world coming to, bro? And I want to be very clear that my consternation is not really focused on her. She just doesn't know. She's she's been manipulated into this. She's been exploited. But God, how sad, man. She started when she was just 18. Golly. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I have more to say later.
who is the father of the baby? Is it a someone you're dating? Are you married?
Yeah.
I mean, what's
It's my boyfriend. We've
Okay.
been together for about 2.5 years now.
okay?
Bruh, they've been together 2.5 years. She's been doing OnlyFans for three. Do we see the problem? Oh boy.
Wonderful.
Okay. And what is your current income? Just you.
My current income is honestly about $1,000 a month right now because my boyfriend, he's the one that takes care of everything.
Okay. How much does he make?
Yo, only making 1,000 a month. Listen. These platforms be lying, bro. They really want people to think that you could just hop on and that you'll be a top earner and you'll make all this money stuff. These are lies, bro. This crap is nonsense. Okay? They know exactly what they're doing. They market this stuff to young women. They sell them this idea of, the glamorous lifestyle and being able to, live whatever life you want, pay for everything that you want, all this kind of nonsense. But listen, that ain't normal, bro. Only the very top, the very few performers at the top are actually making any real money. For anybody else who hops on OnlyFans or a similar platform, what happens? You end up exposing yourself for nothing. For nothing. You don't even get nothing out of it, bro. You barely make any money. And then inevitably, your stuff gets leaked. It's just sad. It's just sad situation, man.
He makes about 4,000.
All right. And you guys you combined finances already?
Yes.
Okay.
And Daisy, is the $1,000 coming from OnlyFans? That's your income?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, the positive thing is you could replace that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Doing anything else, right? I mean, it's so.
If he gets a $10,000 raise, he effectively replaced your income.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What is he?
Again, she's been doing this 3 years. It's taken her 3 years to build up to a point where she can make $1,000 a month. That's miserable, man. Golly.
do for work?
Him or you, Daisy? I mean, just for the time being, though. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
How far
Yes,
along are
yes.
you?
I just found out last week, so I'm about 5 weeks.
Oh, congrats.
Okay, so
early
early.
on.
Thank you.
That's
Oh.
Yes,
good.
and
how you feeling? This is
I'm feeling great.
oh, you are
We've been
good.
trying for months now, so I mean,
Okay.
Oh, did you did you hear what she just said? She said we've been trying for months now. This is a 21-year-old who's been doing OnlyFans for the past 3 years, who's been dating a boy for 2.5 years. And she said we've been trying for months to have a kid. When she makes 1,000 a month and he makes 40,000 a year. Oh man. Oh man, Lord help him. For real. Man.
Well,
Rachel meant like morning sickness.
I
and
meant like,
stuff.
yeah, the first trimester is always tough. So
actually, none of that. Luckily, thankfully.
good. Okay. So Daisy, yeah, I mean, so to be able to replace this, I mean, you could do this, doing Uber Eats. You know what I mean? $1,000 a month
Yeah.
$250 a week.
could be found. Yeah. It could be found super easy, which I'm thankful for, because sometimes when people are looking to replace their income, and especially when you're in this like moral dilemma of how you're making your money, sometimes
Right.
you're trying to replace like
$10,000 a month.
yeah, like
20,000
a
month.
crazy amount that would be hard to replace. This is easy.
Yeah.
So
But, however, you have 20,000 in savings from my mother.
From your mother?
Yes, my mom.
Okay.
She's kept a savings for me.
Okay, and
great.
do you have access to it now? Is this a gift that she's given you?
It's whenever like we're ready for a house, ready for marriage, any big things like that.
Okay. Well, speaking of marriage, when is that going to come into the picture?
Yeah.
Hopefully soon. Hopefully.
Hopefully soon. Remember, dating for 2.5 years. She's 21. I mean, I'm guessing he's early 20s as well, right? Golly, hopefully soon. Golly.
Soon,
Like
but
before the
I
baby's
think,
here?
oh yes. Ring possibly yes. Marriage possibly no, because I'm under my mom's insurance right.
Hey, this boyfriend's a fool, bro. This boyfriend's a fool, bro. He's a fool. Come on now. Bro, do what you need to. You know what you need to do, bro. Stop playing, bro. This is ridiculous. 2.5 years. Intentionally trying to have a kid when you ain't got no money, she ain't got no money. What what are we doing, bro? What again, and let me be really clear, right? An accident's an accident, right? That's one thing. If you weren't well actually let me rephrase that, right? We all know what makes babies. If you doing what makes babies and you have a baby and it was unplanned, that's one thing. Okay? Won't call it an accident. That's one thing. But to be like, yeah, we're trying, and but I refuse to marry her and I ain't got no money. And you're going to hear a little bit more about the boyfriend's situation as well. Good gracious.
now.
Okay, and you would lose that when you get married?
I don't exactly know, but I'd have to recheck.
no, I think you can still. I mean, yeah, because your husband, if he has a benefit of insurance, I think he can opt in as an individual, and if you're under 25, I think you can still, right?
Yeah. I would
part of it.
I would
Double
not
check it.
get married because you think you may not have mom's insurance.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
if I'm in
correct.
your shoes, I'm going, hey, courthouse wedding. The time to do all this in order is long gone.
That's
Let's
right.
at least speed things up here.
Yeah.
And so if he's the one, he's going to be the father. He's going to be in this baby's life. You're committed to each other. Let's go ahead and get married. We can have a party later on down the road.
Yeah, and
And
that
I agree with that completely.
and that way, Daisy, you guys can start to combine your lives even more, right? I mean, it's not only from a legal standpoint when you get married, but also from a financial. Because I would not be combining money with him until you guys are married. And I think, I think stopping the income source right now from the OnlyFans, because
Are you done? Like account shut down?
No, I don't have the account shut down. I've just been running it, but every time I go do it, I just have a complete breakdown and just cry about how much I don't want to do it.
Bruh. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh. This is so sad. Oh, man. She doesn't want to be doing it. She said every time she gets on there, she has a breakdown. And she's still doing it. And again, I'm not. We don't know the fullness of her situation. I don't think some of the blame goes on her because of course, there's always our own personal choices, but there's so much more going on here. The fact that she feels compelled to do it anyway, she's definitely been manipulated. Um, Definitely been hurt in the past. I mean, good gracious, and this boyfriend, man, man, don't even get me started on this boyfriend. Golly. Oh Lord, help him. All right, there's some more. There's some more, and then like I said, we're gonna dig into some scripture. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, Daisy, for your sake, girl, like
It's not worth the money and your
It's
mental
not.
health, your emotional health, your
Yes.
relationship.
there's something trapped in there for you that would be freed up from you. I mean, seriously, when that gets closed down, there is something, a dignity that gets placed back into you and who you are. And so,
This is not your identity. It never
Mm,
was.
come on.
And I know
Thank you.
it's hard to separate that because this is what you've been doing and you've been getting attention and affirmation and money from this, but this is not healthy in any way, shape, or form.
Correct. Yes.
And so I would shut it down today as a line in the sand to yourself.
does your boyfriend know about it?
Yes, he's known about it, and we've just kind of made a goal to kind of push through it because we actually both.
We've kind of made a goal to push through it. He ain't what? I can't even get the words out, bro. Again, this is what I'm talking about, right? We're starting to get a clearer picture that he is definitely a manipulating factor in this situation. She don't want to be doing this. She already said that she's done. She doesn't want to be doing it. She breaks down every time that she gets on there. This ain't right, bro.
So
Do
he's
it,
okay
but
with
he-
it?
He's involved?
We both do
Oh boy.
it.
Come on, bro. Come, dog. Come on, come on. We both do it. Come on, man. It's not you. It's not even just that you're participating in the exploitation of your girlfriend, who you want to be the mother of your child. Like, what are we doing here, bro? This is such a mess, such a disturbing mess, man. Oh my goodness. This is golly. God help him.
Is that
Yeah,
is that where he's making his money?
No. He's
Okay.
an electrical apprentice,
Okay.
and that's
Okay.
where he makes his most
Good.
money.
That's an honorable position. Can he make
Yeah.
more doing that? When is he done with the apprenticeship?
He's about to come up on his 2 years this year.
Okay, like before the baby's here, he'll be done and have an upgrade in income?
Possibly not. I don't think so, but we have been looking
Possibly not. After a 2-year apprenticeship. See, that's what I'm saying. Something ain't right, bro.
for possibly finding him a new electrical job. Yes.
Okay. And what are your household expenses right now? Have you guys actually sat down, done the math? You know kind of what it's going to take to run your house?
Yes, correct. We kind of live in an apartment right now, and we're hoping to actually move into a house though.
Like
before
rent
the
a house or
baby.
buy a house?
Can't get no help.
Depending on what the cards play out.
Well, I can tell you the cards right now, you guys don't have the money to buy a house.
That's
That
right.
20 grand is
Mhm.
not down payment money. That is emergency fund money, especially with a baby on the way. We are not going to touch
Mhm.
that.
Okay.
So, Daisy, you've got some hard choices to make, some hard conversations, but you can do this. If you want to be a stay-at-home mom, you can do this. We got to figure out how to live on his income alone, and the hardest part is just detaching from this life that you guys have been living.
Correct. Yes, and I'd really love to, because I mean, like, especially becoming parents, you don't want that behind
And Daisy,
you.
listen to your gut. Something's
Mhm.
telling you to get out. And I would do some deep marriage premarital counseling work because I don't like the guy you're marrying is okay with all of this either. That I don't like that.
That gives me serious pause. I'd find a good community, a good church home, and
and a
hopefully
good therapist.
you can
Seriously.
detach from this life you've been living. Best of luck.
Bruh. Oh my goodness. Oh man. I mean, for real. Like, I gotta be praying for them, man. Gotta be praying for them. What a crazy, what a sad, what a disturbing situation. But I think so much is revealed in that right there, and this is really indicative of our larger cultural moment because this isn't just Daisy's story, right? This is so many other people's story. So many other women or even men find themselves in similar situations. where they thought they had a get rich quick scenario or scheme, and it turned out to be anything but, right? Because they didn't understand what they were giving up in the process of, trying to take that money, trying to take that easy way out. So first, let me show you something. All right, I asked ChatGPT, I said, give me some statistics about the earnings of the average OnlyFans model. I've seen data saying most barely earn anything and only a small minority at the top are wealthy, right? And look what it says. Yes, data from multiple recent reports confirm what you've heard anecdotally. While a few creators earn large sums, the vast majority earn relatively modest amounts, and income is very unevenly distributed across the platform. Watch this. It says the average creator earns about 150 to 180 per month, which is only 1,800 to 2,160 per year before expenses and taxes. Right, with many earning less than this, with substantially earning under 100 per month. What is this? It ain't worth it, bro. What? Look at this. One report estimated that about half of creators earn less than 100 monthly, and the median middle earnings for the new creators are around 250 a month in their first year. All right, this is sad, bro. What? This is so sad. So many people have been tricked, thinking, like I said, thinking this is their get-rich-quick scheme, and all they do is just exploit themselves for nothing. You ain't get no money out of it, just for nothing. All right, but let's dig in. I got some verses. It ain't all doom and gloom. I got some verses, and then I got a challenge for y'all. I really want to show how we're told to think about this, how we can think about this, how we can offer, we not just resentment but love and grace in this kind of situation. Okay, first let's look at John 8, 1 through 11. Okay, it starts and it says, "But Jesus went to the Mount of Olives. At dawn he appeared in the temple courts, where all the people gathered around him, and he sat down to teach them. The teachers of the law and the Pharisees brought in a woman caught in adultery. They made her stand before the group and said to Jesus, 'Teacher, this woman was caught in the act of adultery. In the law, Moses commanded us to stone such women. Now, what do you say?' They were using this question as a trap in order to have a basis for accusing him. But Jesus bent down and started to write on the ground with his finger. When they kept questioning him, he straightened up and said to them, 'Let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her.' Again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. At this, those who heard began to go away one at a time, the older ones first, until only Jesus was left with the woman still standing there. Jesus straightened up and asked her, 'Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?' 'No one, sir,' she said. 'Then neither do I condemn you,' Jesus declared. 'Go now and leave your life of sin.'" All right, so what's going on in this passage, right? We see that the teachers of the law, right, the Pharisees, brought this woman who was caught in adultery. Notice that phrase, right? She was caught in adultery. What does this mean? It means they was scheming, right? They caught her in the act. That means they were waiting. they were they were waiting outside her house, in order to catch her in the act, right? So these dudes they're off their rockers. But watch this. This is what's really interesting here, and this is partly what shows that, like verse 6 says, they were using this question as a trap. All right. Verse 5, they say, "The law of Moses commanded us to stone such women." The law of Moses actually says stone them both, stone the man and the woman. The woman wasn't in adultery with herself, right? But what did they do? They only brought the woman out. Why? They're trying to catch Jesus in the trap. What's the trap, right? If Jesus says, "Yeah, go ahead, stone her," they could be like, "Ah, ha, ha, look, he's not merciful like he says he is, ha, 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 he's a fraud." But if Jesus lets her go, right, they're like, "Oh, well, he's a violator of the law. See, he's not some Jewish teacher. He's not who y'all say he is." Okay, so either way, well, they think there's only two options, right? They provide a false dichotomy, but there isn't. There isn't. Okay, what's special about this passage? All right, notice that Jesus never says adultery is fine. Okay, he does acknowledge it as sin, And at the end, what does he say? He says, "Go now and leave your life of sin." Right? So Jesus is still being real. He's still recognizing the reality of the situation. Okay? But remember, under the law, both parties in adultery were guilty. Yet these dudes were only dragging out the woman. Okay? They're trying to score some theological points. They're trying to make Jesus look bad. All right? This is ridiculous. It's selective outrage. And they're trying to weaponize the law. Okay? We see here that Jesus is really saying that all people stand guilty before God, right? He shifts the focus from her personal sin to universal sin, okay? It's not simply about her. He recognizes that all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, right? Because he specifically says, let any of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her. He doesn't say no one can throw a stone at her. He's like, sure, if you're perfect, come on up. And you can perfectly fulfill the law. If you're perfect, you can perfectly fulfill the law. So come on up. And notice they all walk away. They know that they can't. Okay, so I mean, this is honestly a very similar situation. Again, a very fitting passage, right? Jesus is not judgmental, but at the same time, he still recognizes that sin is sin, and he offers the woman an opportunity to be redeemed. Okay, this is extremely important. Let's move on. We have 1 Corinthians 6. Okay, now we're shifting a little bit, shifting in perspective a little bit. Okay, starting at verse 12 says, "I have the right to do anything," you say, "but not everything is beneficial. I have the right to do anything, but I will not be mastered by anything." Come on now. You say food for the stomach and stomach for food, and God will destroy them both. The body, however, is not meant for sexual immorality, but for the Lord, and the Lord for the body. By his power, God raised the Lord from the dead, and he will raise us also. Do you not know that your bodies are members of Christ himself? Whew. Shall I then take the members of Christ and unite them with a prostitute? Never. Do you not know that he who unites himself with the prostitute is one with her in body? For it is said, the two will become one flesh. But whoever is united with the Lord is one with him in spirit. Now, here we go. Watch this. Watch this. 18. Flee from sexual immorality. All other sins a person commits are outside the body, but whoever sins sexually sins against their own body. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. You are bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies. Man, it hits, man. It hits. And again, the focus here is not, this is not a passage to condemn the girl in this. This is about all of us. Okay? All of us are subject to sexual immorality. All of us are subject to that temptation. But specifically fellas, come on now. Come on now. This is us. Come on now. We know. All right, we know, and this. I love this passage, and I'm gonna talk about this passage a lot on this channel. As we go forth, this is so important. You have the right to do everything, but not anything's beneficial, and this flows directly into the concept of sexual immorality. Okay, this is so important, guys. This is super important because this passage is not. It's not simply an indictment of the girl in this scenario of the girlfriend from the video. And we recognize that the girlfriend's been manipulated into this. She pretty clearly says that. This is about us, okay? What does it say? Flee from sexual immorality, right? Just as it is sexually immoral to create OnlyFans content, it's sexually immoral for us to watch it or support it in any kind of way. All right, this is super important. Okay, remember what Jesus did in John 8. Jesus did not simply reflect on the individual sin of the woman. Jesus said, "Nah, let's go out. We're all sinners. All of y'all are responsible for something. The wages of sin is death. All of y'all got something, man." Here's the thing, guys. This story isn't empowering or progressive. It's legit heartbreaking. A young woman's been exploited and she wants out. She's barely making any money. She's in the throes of regret. She's burnt out, she's pregnant, she's vulnerable, and she's scared. Her boyfriend, that clown, who's partially responsible for getting her into this mess, refuses to man up, save her from her plight, and take responsibility by marrying her. Okay? She don't need to be doing OnlyFans. He's physically around. He's got some money, right? Enough to take care of them to a certain degree. But he has emotionally and spiritually abandoned her. Okay, Jesus told the woman in John 8, right? Neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more. He fully acknowledged what she did, but he treats her with compassion and grace. He protects her from the accusers who literally wanted to kill her, right? In changing perspective, we see that 1 Corinthians 6 reminds us that our bodies are temples, not products. Our bodies are embodiments of God's love. Okay, now let's turn it on us, fellas. All right, I don't just want to dunk on the foolish boyfriend and ignore our own accountability. Okay, the truth is, systems like OnlyFans exist because we support them. I'm thinking generally, right? It might not be all y'all out there, but I'm thinking generally. Okay, these systems manipulate, exploit, consume women and men, right? Because there's an appetite for them. Okay. We got to check ourselves each and every day, because in Matthew 5:27 through 30, Jesus said lusting after a person is just as bad as committing adultery. Just as bad. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. It really, really is. This is something that we all struggle with. Okay? And this story is a warning. It should light a fire under us. When sex is separated from the holy commitment of marriage, and when love is separated from sacrifice, everybody loses. The gospel is countercultural because it says there's a better way. One where bodies are honored, promises matter, and broken lives can be rebuilt. Thanks for watching. God bless.